cash out refi, rent it out immediately,
Sell it for what?
Sell it for
150.
150.
Yeah, wow. That'd be sweet.
I want to go find as many lots as possible and go find $5,000 houses to move there. I mean, that's really cool. I had never thought about that strategy.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's what I love about real estate. Something new. I actually don't think that's ever going to end for us. I think there's always going to be something new. I love that.
I hope so. I'm pumped up about this. Hey guys, Sturgill Cash and Coffee Black here. We're sitting in the lab about to record the real estate podcast. Welcome again today. So last week we did we had a questionnaire to our fans and followers on Facebook. If you're not, go ahead and hit subscribe on YouTube. That way you can have access to the content on the podcast. But we asked our followers, what y'all would like us to discuss in the podcast. And Austin Lenny said that he wanted to discuss a whole episode on fashion. But I think we don't have to discuss a whole episode. We can keep it short. Sturgill Cash and Coffee Black have the best fashion.
No, you got the best fashion. I got the random. I got all black today. Johnny Cash. But yeah, I think it's Alex, I'm impressed. We talked about this before. It's good to dress up. Actually, one of our agents was telling me yesterday, like, man, Alex dresses so nice. I don't even think he had one dog hair on him. And she's like, that's perfect for the big clients, and it's true. I mean, it's everyone's got their own style, but I respect it. And Alex has style. I do not. So let's leave it at that.
You got style, my man.
Andrew's got some style too.
So I think we're done with that topic.
Yep.
And the next one, Nick had mentioned discussing pre and post COVID, what we've noticed in the real estate market, and just kind of our thoughts and what trends we've been seeing going on.
Yeah, and it's a tricky thing to answer. We were talking about this before the show. It's like, we can give our opinion and where we think we are, and because the thing I instantly think of is before and after is like we're right in the middle of it. The after is so far as seeing the effects, in my opinion. So that's important to talk about. Is I think people have pulled back in a lot of ways, and they're kind of looking and thinking and unsure, and that comes down to the election as well. People are interesting when it comes to the election as far as making decisions, which I get. It has a big impact. Whenever somebody gets elected one way or another, the stock market can literally go two different directions. That's what I hate about stocks is the perception and the quick and the fears and the greed that make it go one way or another, and love about real estate. But on, back to real estate, or go ahead.
It's a tricky question because there's so many things that go into it, right? Like, you could touch on stuff like, are we talking about residential or are we talking about commercial retail?
Great point. I mean, I'd hate to own commercial, to be honest. Right now, I think it's crazy to see these restaurants. I go to restaurants a lot and coffee shops, and literally one of two or three people, and they have a full staff. And it almost looks like every time I go in, I feel like I see the owner running financials at a table. Like, yeah. I mean, I haven't even put that to words, but every time I go in, there's somebody looking at some spreadsheets in the corner, and it's got to be the owner, and you don't usually see that.
Right, you got that. I mean, 6th Street's boarded up right now, so it's kind of like, what asset class are we talking about? Also, there's been a whole lot of other effects, right? Like owning property as a landlord. I mean, we're dealing with tenant stuff right now. Like, that's another aspect of it. If you're a builder or if you're in construction, lumber prices are 3 to 4 times the amount they were before COVID. So there's a lot of
You're right. There is a lot going on. There's I phrase that because I'm so long-term big picture that I don't typically think about those, but they're all huge and they're very important. We do have tenants not paying us rent. and tenants necessarily don't have to pay rent per the law. They put out some stuff where it's, man, I was thinking about it. I was on a walk talking on the phone. It's like, if I wanted to, I could, anybody could. It's a messed up thing to do, but you could go move into a house right now and live for 6 months for free. And you could literally save up like $15,000, and it's going to hit your credit, obviously, but that's what's going on. Is they can't really be evicted that easily. And yeah, there's a form you can sign that you have to sign, and you can get out of it, but the property management company can still evict you potentially. But that form, I feel like, is easy to manipulate, and how much are they really looking into that? And so it's pretty crazy to think about that aspect of it. I've been, I feel blessed to be in the residential space, where I've been wanting to get into commercial for a long time. And I think now for us, we might have a good opportunity to get into commercial, but we're not having to experience it through what's going on, where people aren't paying rent and restaurants are struggling. And I think people will be fine. And then putting in perspective of Austin, we keep getting jobs, things keep looking great. And so, the way I honestly look at it is there's just only and always opportunity. And, I hate it that businesses are affected. I'm affected. You're affected. We're all affected. But the way I choose to frame it in my mind is I'm not even going to worry about that. There's literally, in my mind, no point of doing that. And so I just only see opportunity to be creative, I feel like things have been sped up as far as technology on a lot of aspects of real estate. I've been thinking a lot about colleges. Like, people might not be going to colleges as much, so they might want to get more into stuff that we offer, like our coaching and our trainings. Why not just specialize on something? And so it's going to be fascinating to see what happens. It's obviously craziest life ever right now.
It's cool, man. It's this is game time, right? Like, it's before 2020, it seemed like it was, it's like the same thing over and over again, like, Groundhog Day to a certain extent. Like, people doing the same flips, people buying properties the same. Obviously, Austin real estate market was going in the same direction it had been. And then, boom, we got hit with COVID. And now it's a different ballgame. Now people are scrambling. Now people, that were doing really well up here aren't doing so well anymore. Retail shut down. 6th Street still boarded up. Yeah. No clue what's about to happen. And now it's the jungle. And it's
right, and when what's going to happen, I feel like, is in 10, 15, 20 years, everyone's going to look back, and it's going to be all these crazy stories of what you did during this time and what became of it. So, I guess you take your pick, right? Like, we're choosing to get after it and look at it that way. And I believe, and hopefully we're going to have one of those stories. This is the time when, you can stand out and you can fight through and push forward. And, the only thing, I think he asked about what can real estate agents do, and it's tricky, because I'm a big believer in just being a huge resource and being able to offer a lot of opportunities. And so we've got the construction and the management, and we love that we can bring on our agents, and we're trying to get things in place where they can give us business and grow all of these things. So that's just one aspect. I think you always have to be flexible and creative and unique and different, and then at the end of the day, you just put in the work.
Well, now, if you're a residential real estate agent here in Austin, Texas today, I think, and you're representing buyers, I think the biggest problem you have is you got to overbid the property.
Right.
And you got 15 offers.
Which is a big problem. I've been in that situation where you end up having a client for 6 months because you make offer every week and you can't get it. So that's the creativity. Like, I think a lot of agents don't think about this stuff, but did you consider offering hard money day one? Nobody does that in residential, right? You got the earnest money and the option fee, but why don't you just say, hey, $5,000 hard. We still want to do our inspections, but you get this if we back out, that depending on how bad you want it, you got to get creative. Maybe it's 1,000 or 500. So really just thinking outside of the box. Tons of opportunities coming up for foreclosures. Obviously, if you want to get some listings, you start attacking that. We tell our agents, we're value add. We give everything we have. If you're an agent in Austin and you're trying to get sales, if you're not calling brokers in California in other states and getting on their list to be a referral, like, man, you're missing that.
Your mom really wants, I mean, she probably told me like 10 times in the last 24 hours that, and I don't think she understands it, but she says, #California, #California. She wants us to put #California on all of our posts.
That's awesome, man. Hey, she's probably right. I don't understand it either. But dude, it's, that's a whole nother story with everything moving here. And Austin, Lenny, and I had our live yesterday, and we got a ton of views. I think people are really interested in it. But the Rogan thing, like, he's a beacon. He is. He means something, and he's moving here, and people are going to follow.
He's here.
He's here, and he has a lot to say. And man, he brings on these super prominent people, and they're coming to Austin. I mean, there's a good chance they're probably going to love Austin, going to move here. Tech companies are moving here. So if you're in Austin, we're blessed. I had a guy that reached out. I gave my cell phone number on that call, and this guy left me a message like, I can't believe you gave your cell phone number. It's so cool. I'm in Colorado. I'm like, man, I give it out all the time. We're easy to get a hold of. That's what we want to be a resource here. But yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of owners. There definitely were owners that had to sell that weren't in good spots. There definitely were people that were flipping properties that got hurt. But that just, to me, seemed like it was that really quick. The way I perceive it is that month or those 2 weeks when everyone was really confused and there was some panic moves. I'm not going to lie, I kind of panic sold one of my properties. I wish I wouldn't have. I had remember the house on Carolyn?
Yeah, that was a sweet house.
A sweet house, yeah, man. I feel like I could have made like 30, 40 grand more if I would have waited. And I was a little scared. I had some, things going on with line of credit and all this stuff, so I needed the money. So there's nothing I could have done about it. But maybe I could have waited a couple weeks to sell it.
You gotta do,
do what you gotta do and don't look back, right? I don't care.
I sold my stock at like a 75% loss.
Yeah. It happens, man.
I had to, You could have waited, You just got to do what you got to do, move on.
That's right. We don't even look back. It's like no complaints, move forward, no excuses. Just I got no time for it, right? I mean, it's how we operate.
I think it's cool. Like I said, it's like the jungle. You got to, it's a new real estate market. You got to learn something new every day, and things are changing. CDC says something new, or so I think that it's been very fun. Like, this is great to me. It's I wasn't comfortable previously. It's not like I had been doing this for 30 years, the same thing, the same way I'd always been doing it. And now it's like everybody's trying to figure it out at the same time.
Yeah. It's a good way to put it, man. It just makes me think of it's a new ball game.
It's a brand new ball game.
Brand new ball game. Everyone step up. We're all in the same situation in a lot of ways, and you get to choose what to do with it. So, I just say be creative. Be really creative. I try every day to try and think outside of the box and have new ideas. And it's hopefully people can understand that. But things aren't far off. They're not as far off as you always think, right? Just anything like owning more properties or creating a new business or coming up with a new idea. Just go make progress on it. Like, go take a couple steps forward. And you just take, dang, man, when you step back and look at how long life is and you make constant progress over, 70, 80 years, it's amazing what can happen. And real estate is the perfect place for that because it only compounds. Everything compounds. You get better interest rates as you do more deals. Your net worth goes up. Your debt goes down. The value goes up. It's just like all around. Amazing place to be. And so just keep pushing, man. Keep being creative. Nick actually took me to lunch the other day. It was awesome. We went to a really nice place, and he paid for it. And I think that people doing stuff like that are making the right moves when they're really adding value and getting plugged in. And building a network is huge, as I always preach on. But as you said, there are so many things that are in the process. I don't think this is real. I haven't looked into it, but I was talking to two guys on Sunday. We had coffee, and they said that 8% of San Antonio, like 8% of the houses are going into foreclosure.
8% of the entire mortgage market in the United States.
8%?
At least that was the statistic.
So I guess that's what they said. Yeah. So I guess maybe 8% are in like forbearance, or they're in the process. That is insane. I mean, we're talking about in San Antonio, if that's true, 150 to 250,000 people.
The United States.
Yeah.
Not San Antonio.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, breaking it down. I mean, per population, in Austin, it's 100,000 people. Austin MSA. So, man, that's why I agree with you, man.
Like, need a bigger computer screen.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like the jungle. I want to get after it. I'm trying to be cognizant of and I know you are too, but because nobody wants this, is the negatives, the people that are experiencing this bad stuff, and not coming across like I want that by any means. We're just looking at it the best way we can. We're hunting. We're battling. We're trying to grow. It's we're playing the game and doing it the best way we can with integrity and consistency and hard work and hustle, and keeping our heads down. And the only reason we talk about this is because we think this can be valuable for other people. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people suffering and struggling due to COVID.
We are too. Like, I mean, in a lot of ways, like everyone's feeling it. So I'm just trying to make it simple. Like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, go get busy.
Go get busy. That's right.
That's what
I'm doing.
I think.
I like that.
Yeah, it's literally no different. It's more fun to me now that I'm not doing anything differently than in terms of daily, life and going out and finding real estate deals. It's no different today than it was in June of 2019. It's just now it's a different ballgame.
Yeah. You
got to adapt. You got to learn. You got to go out and don't be afraid to make mistakes. There's many, many more opportunities. And so it's fun. I mean, this is great. It's
yeah, man. Opportunity City. I guess to keep it to bullet points, it's like lumber's going up, evictions are in limbo, interest rates are, who knows, they're really low right now. They could go crazy after the election.
Well, Federal Reserve said the other day that they are not planning on raising interest rates for 2 years.
Wow. Yeah, and the other thing is, it's my understanding through some research and talking to a lot of people with the way inflation works is, you've probably heard this, but real estate keeps up with inflation. It actually typically goes up a little bit more than inflation. And so that's a big value for owning real estate, right? The dollar's worth, I think this is what is going on, but like say the dollar's worth 2% less, then the prices of real estate are going up 2.5%. So you're getting some value on that. And with things that are money that's being printed and stimulus, and who knows if there's a universal basic income or something like that, prices of real estate's going to keep up with that. And so it's just going to go up. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think you dive into that, and it's not as simple as that either. But
probably not. But I try to make it simple.
I know. I just think that that could be a good thing, could not be a good thing.
Yeah, maybe right.
With inflation, you get asset price inflation as well, which is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But then, if the assets really aren't worth that value, then you have another episode like in 2007, 2008.
Sure.
It's very complicated, and it's so weird how just like that, and macro and microeconomics, you move one thing here and it affects 10 things over here.
Right.
And just like COVID happened, now it's affecting all these things, and then 10 other things are affected because those things were affected, and it's just a trickle down effect.
Yeah.
Into many different areas of
I agree,
the economy.
Man. And I try, honestly, I think about it a little bit, but I try not to think about it too much and just go do it. Like, I'm not trying to time anything, Lumber prices are down. Let's go buy more houses.
Let's go start a lumber company.
But, I just kind of try to keep things a little bit simple in my mind to operate on. And
here's one way that we're adapting, and here's a strategy. Part of the vlog, Andrew, Doreen, Roy, and Cassie and I just went to view a property. So that lot we have under contract, check out the vlog. I'll show you this property, but
it's right here.
Right here somewhere. So we got the lot under contract in Taylor, and can't put a mobile home there. It's zoned R1, so it has to be single family home. And we talked to some developers, right? Because we were wanting to see about building a house there. Mm-hmm. One told us $350,000 for 1,500 square feet. Your other guy told you he'd get it done for what?
Did he say 150 to 175 per square foot all in?
Yeah. Still, that puts us at 150. And we just went and viewed a house that's in good condition for $5,000.
I don't know what's going on with this house.
So
you told me about it earlier.
$5,000. Maybe take about $8,000 to $10,000 to move it to Taylor. About $4,000 to do the foundation. Maybe about $7,000 to fix it up. Hopefully not a lot in permitting and in tapping into the utilities, but all in $50K, including the lot.
Lexi's gonna be pissed.
Why?
I'm just kidding. You know how she gets about what.
Dude, but that's cool, right?
No, it's really cool.
Like, why
that's
go?
Really cool.
Why go spend $175,000 on a new build when we could go spend $50K, get everything set up, lipstick the property, including the lot, and then either cash out refi, rent it out immediately,
or for what?
Sell it for
150.
150.
Yeah. Wow. That'd be sweet.
I want to go find as many lots as possible and go find $5,000 houses to move there. I mean, that's really cool. I had never thought about that strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it's what I love about real estate. Something new. I actually don't think that's ever going to end for us. I think there's always going to be something new. I love that.
I hope so. I'm pumped up about this.
Yeah.
It's a great house. It's like 1,100 square feet. It needs a little bit of work, but nothing bad at all. Just a new foundation, pier and beam at the lot.
That's amazing.
You can't buy a property in Taylor for less than $100,000, and if you can, it needs a full remodel.
Is the owner just gonna build something on that lot, on the house that they're getting rid of?
Yep. So this is a industry secret. So these builders, what I just found out is that it would have costed them $13,000 to get a permit to tear down the house, when they got a permit for $5,000 to move the house. So you can either tear down the property for $13,000, or you can get a permit to move the house for $5,000 and just sell the house and have someone move it.
I wonder what the logic is.
Behind
why is it more expensive to tear it down than to move it?
Talk to Austin. I don't know, but presents an opportunity.
Just around rock sometimes.
Presents an opportunity for us, and so that's what these builders do. Is you weigh your costs. Obviously, it makes more sense to move the house, find someone else to take it on.
Yeah.
I had never thought about that before.
We're gonna have to get a vlog on moving that house. That'd be a pretty cool process.
Yeah,
film that thing.
That's interesting. I was thinking about the same thing too. Like, how are you gonna
we gotta film that.
Pick that whole thing up, move it? The street that our lot is on is not a wide street. This isn't huge.
We definitely have to film this.
So it's
we'll be inside the house. Andrew will be filming us driving down the highway.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting process to see.
Man, opportunities everywhere, dude. It's always something new. And I just met a guy for coffee, and he's maybe gonna be the estimator for our contracting company. It's like, and
nice.
Yeah. And I've already known this guy for a long time, and he's a good guy, and he's looking for something. So just got to get out there, man. Depending on what you want to do. I talk to a lot of people all the time. I had 3 coffees a day. I had one with the owner of a hard money company. I had one with a commercial retail broker, and then the other with this estimator that we're trying to get on board. And everyone's got a lot going on.
3 espressos.
Got some tea. All tea today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Green tea? Chai tea.
No, it's like Texas Gold. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. Good. But yeah, it's interesting, man. Like the commercial broker, good friend of mine, good guy, and he's like, man, I feel like I'm just doing one thing, and I want to keep doing this, but I want to have investment properties, and I want to have other things going on. I'm like, dude, I got you. We got plenty of stuff to do, and we do. It's pretty crazy. Like, we pitch this all the time. We need more people. We need the right people. We all want to grow together, And I strongly believe, I really believe if somebody wanted to come work with us and we put them on a plan, whatever it may be, they could make a really good income right away.
There's a lot of opportunities.
I mean, we need construction leads. We need property management leads. We need agent leads. We need deals. We want to do new business ventures and new ideas. And we want to team up with people on marketing and lending. I mean, it's all out there. And it's like, what do you want to do? Get after it. Go hear the word no. And then call me back. Right? Just get after it.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's helpful. I'd say that there's a lot to come as far as what the effects are from COVID. But as Alex said, the game has just begun. It's a new playing field. Get after it. We're here to help. We want to guide. We want to support. We love everyone. We appreciate your support. Please make sure to subscribe, comment, like, share, reach out. We're always available. We're easy to get a hold of. Sturgill Cash. Sturgill Simpson meets Johnny Cash. All black and coffee black signing out. Thank you guys. We love you.
See you next time.